My dance at the moment, and I think it's gonna change a lot still with time, as it has changed in the last time. It's made by very different influence. I have like a background as a circus artist that has actually been my starting in this career, like in my artistic career. So I somehow start with lot of acrobatics, and I've been training capoeira for a long time. So this is how I get in touch to movement. Then the need to shift to contemporary dance arrived when I was studying in Lido, it's a circus school in Tuluζis, in south of France, and it's a quite particular place because there, as an artist, you are challenged weekly to make a personal presentation and monthly to make a presentation to audience. So somehow after a while I get bored with what was my circus technique, or more like what my circus skills. And what I was looking like was for a more wide way to express. In that period I started to get first in touch with physical theater and like more or less at the same time with contemporary dance. And it's something that fascinated me a lot because in the way I got in touch with it was a full practice of freedom for me. All the training I had was more about energy transformation, and energy transformation in time, energy transformation in space, energy transformation in emotions. So it has always been very personal. That's why I think what I'm proposing today in my pieces or in my teaching is a style that doesn't really have a name because it comes from my own personality. I've been influenced with some really important person during my career, let's say. Definitely the most important has been Zambrano for sure, from in whom I really recognize a master and like a clear guide in what I'm doing. Not because I'm doing what he taught me in a way, but because it has been so clear and so important was what I learned with him while I was working with him, that now I can always take it as a reference, even if I'm not following it or I'm not repeating it, but it's like a Cartesian act of where I can put myself relating to that. So I know if I'm really close or really far, I'm in agree or in opposition, but definitely he has been really, and he still be like a very good point of reference for me. And then some other artists, like an Italian artist called Claudio Stellato is getting, I think, hope for him, quite famous at the moment. That he has a completely different work than the one from David, but with this guy I've been training a lot, so also he's influencing my style. And then all what was my past of acrobats and all was my past from capoeira, the thing I like the most is that what I learned in the beginning as a special effect now is becoming more tools to enrich my way of expressing and to talk about what I see, what I feel, where I am, with who I am. Especially since I'm starting teaching and so meeting many people and see what my language, my dance vocabulary or my ideas about dance make on their body, on their personality. Something is fascinating me a lot is that more I give them what I think and more I receive what I think transformed and more what I think get transformed too. So at the moment I will not be able to say where I want to go with this, but I definitely like to keep it as fresh and as changeable, as not fixed in like form as much as I can. I do solos because definitely I like to experience on myself before than experience on others. The other reason why I'm doing solo is because it's a very tricky moment for a performer for me. I really think it's one of the most hardest way to going on stage, like, because definitely you need to know why you are there. I mean, it's somehow everything becomes about you, and then not with this I do not want to say that every solo need to talk about yourself, but somehow you become responsible of everything, even if it's for a short moment, but the audience, the attention of the audience, the quality of what you're doing, the relationship between yourself and who is watching you, the particular importance you're gonna give to that moment in your life, everything it comes from yourself. So you need to be clear for that and to really know. So for me, solos are also affirmation in a particular period in time of my life, what I believe. There's solos I've done in the past I don't believe anymore, but it's been important to pass through there in order to meet other people also, with a more consciousness of what is myself on stage and also in life, because both things are quite connected all the time. Another important reason, more practical, is that sometimes, especially in the life of young artists or young dancer, young performer, or somebody that want to live with that, let's say, it's not always possible to afford to engage other people with you. First, because people need to believe in you, and also because in order to engage other people, you need to move a bigger machine than when you just decide you're gonna take yourself and use it as a tool to express something. So when I had the possibility, like with the last piece I did with circus and dance in Italy last year, like when I have the possibility to work with other people, I'm always very happy. But for example, that experience has been really, really important for me, and now I think I'm going again towards a solo, before again affront other people, in order always to pass through myself and give back to some others, and receiving from others, re-put it inside myself and see what has created, what has developed, what is growing. Yeah, I cannot at the moment release on the possibility of staying in one place doing my job, especially since I decided to mainly do my own work, not also to follow other person, but like to focus on what I want to do. In order to start that, I always look where the possibility for this exists, and sometimes they're in Italy, sometimes they're somewhere else. So I'm always ready to move myself. Like somehow I'm living without a house now since 4 years maybe. I have a place where I can go back, but my work doesn't have a place. Like my work is supported by whoever wanted to support, because I accept the fact that I will follow whoever is like ready to help me in order to create my thing. And definitely I think this is a side effect of the kind of like system we are living into, because everywhere there are problems and everywhere there are solutions. So somehow we have to look for the solution, escape, staying far from problems. That doesn't mean not facing them, but just like everywhere we can find a place to do what we like to do if we really wanted to do. Just we need to go there and do it. Then also a very particular thing, it happened from where I'm from, that I don't like it so much. Is somehow I get much more respected since I'm not living there anymore. So this is really, sometimes it makes me think that the day I will really fully trust what I have to say, or fully trust the capacity to say what I want through art, through dance, through movement, through performance, then I will go back to my country. I know many Greek dancers and they have to say they are very good, all of them. So I think something quite special happened here, or maybe I've been lucky in met such beautiful people. So I was very happy to come to Athens to perform, to teach, and to meet this reality. Also because the difficult moment Greece is living, like politically, economically, at this moment in 2011, it was quite, in between the old country where I would taught to go and bring what I'm doing, it was in a way surprising to be contacted by Greece, because we would say that in such a difficult moment they will more maybe work with what they have and like stay a bit more closer, let's say, because it's not easy to open up in difficult moment usually. And so I was surprised and I was very happy. That's why I accepted immediately to come, because I really wanted to meet this situation. And I have to say what I found, it really touched me a lot, because in difficult moment, life gets so much, life gets alive in a way. And here what I see is like, especially young people, young dancers, but young people around, even in what I experience in the town, they are so much active. Like somehow they are really fighting for it. And this make everything I have been in touch here in Athens so beautiful. I don't know Athens before, so this is just my impression right now. But somehow I feel the town in a way is quite dangerous, because you see people, they are not hungry yet, but somehow you can feel that many people are maybe arriving to the edge. And so you see, I think in the past, I will imagine the town much more quiet. And so this is one side that makes it very exciting in a way. The other side of it, that is that the people they still want to do, they are doing very good, even without support, but just using what is their experience and their capacity. And I think this is really a lot.